Hey everybody, this is World War Guy here today, and I decided that I'm going to do my first review video on a reproduction item. As you can see here, it looks like it'll most likely be a Canteen cover, although I'm sure you guys can tell. You guys are smart. And with me, I have two original ones. I'll just tell you right now, these two are original, and this is the Repro Canteen cover. And I have the originals just so we can compare, so you guys can see the differences and the similarities. Over the past week, a week ago, I bought at the front a British-made Canteen cover, if I don't drop it. And coming out of the package, I'm sorry, I had a brain fart there. Coming out of the package, it was nice. The color is a pea green color, which is normal for British-made equipment. I have a haversack that is also a pea greenish color mixed with OD7. It's a green color, so that's not incorrect. My original British-made Canteen cover here has been heavily used and is very old, so it's a little hard to compare the color. Although when you look at it, these two are more similar than these two. So that tells me that the color is correct. It is weathered, the Canteen cover. There's some dirt and all that, which I'll get to later. The first, I guess you could say problem, depending how picky you are with your reproduction items. The first problem you could consider is the canvas. The canvas feels more like the American canvas here that I have, compared to this one, but again, this has been heavily used, so it could be the same. It could be the correct canvas. Again, please take this with consideration. Another problem that I have, not that I have with it, but that I've kind of noticed, is the trim here. This one seems to be kind of like the typical American one, kind of thin, while this one seems to be more thick, right here. Again, this has been heavily used, so you know, with water and sun and heat, cold, everything, it could alternate the trim here. So those are two minor things you might notice if you decide to purchase this. Something else that I've noticed, and this I don't know if it is correct, is the lift-a-dot. These are kind of flat at the end of them here, while both originals that I have are more pointed, as well as this one. And unless at the front has an original unissued British-made Canteen cover that has flat ones, I don't really think that's correct, and they kind of screwed up on that one. But that's a very minor thing. You really only notice it if you pick up the Canteen cover and you look at the lift-a-dots. Besides that, I highly doubt anyone will notice that. You guys probably didn't notice until I told you. Also because it's kind of far away from the camera. And then last little thing that I have to say about it is when I first took it out of the package, I noticed that the top here is very rounded and it's not cut at a great angle, while these are more at an angle. The top, you know, the end here, these appear to be more at an angle. Now that could just be me, and one thing that I am kind of thinking is maybe because these have been, you know, closed for who knows how many years, so the trimming here got pushed together, and so when you open it, it looks like it's been cut more at an angle. And so now that I'm actually telling you this, I think that is the case, so I don't think there's a problem at all here. It's just after a couple years, maybe just months, of this being closed, it will look more like originals. So now that I'm talking about that, that's actually not really a problem. And now to the good things that at the front did. There's no US marking on here, so I can't compare the US markings there. Although I do believe British-made had very similar markings to the American-made Canteen covers. The marking inside is fairly correct to the one example I have here. The original, you can see down here, it says British made, and then I'm assuming this is the company right here where my shadow is. You can't read it, but it's there. At the front, well, they just put it right next to it. Now again, since mine is faded, I can't be 100% sure it's correct, 100% correct. Next item that they got right is the wool lining inside is white, which is correct for British made stuff, or Canteens. As you can see for my original, which is very dirty because it is 70 plus years old. But you can kind of see that it used to be a white color. But of course with use, it's been dirtied up and gray now. Yes, there we go. But at the front got that correct, which is nice. And then on the back side, the hook attachment is correct. It's like an OD3 color, which is the same for this one. So that's correct with the typical army style belt hook. And overall, those are all the differences. Like I said, I did weather this. When I first got it, it was like a fresh pea green color, and then I buried it when it was soaking wet with the cup and canteen inside overnight, and then I let it dry in the sun for an entire day, or until it was completely dry. And so now it looks better. It looks a little bit more used. I probably will have to do more sunbathing for it, but overall I think the Canteen cover is a good cover. I don't know any other company that makes British made Canteen cover reproductions. So if you are looking for one, I believe at the front will be just fine for you. Besides like about what, the 2 or 3 differences, or 3 problems that I mentioned, those will really only be noticed if you either touch it and you're feeling the canvas trying to see if there's a difference. If you look at the lifted dots, if you don't really look for those, you won't see it. So that's really if you're only looking for if there's a problem or a difference there. And then the trim here, which could be just of use, and if you use this enough, it might look like this. So all in all, if you are looking for one, I'd recommend it. And that's really all I have to say about it. I like it. You know, if in like a photo, you know, you're at a reenactment, someone takes a photo of you, they're not really going to see any problems with this. They're going to see, oh, that's a Canteen cover, it looks real. So you'll have no problem with that. Of course, you know, it's your opinion. If, you know, the 3 things that I mentioned you don't like, well, you know, that's your judgment call. I'm just trying to give an unbiased, well, no, it's biased, never mind, because I bought it and I like it. I'm just trying to give you guys an idea of what to expect if you buy the at the front Canteen cover. Now, like I said, this is my first review video, so that's why it's probably not as well done as you'd expect or hope, and I apologize for that. But now after this video, I have some experience with them, so I know what to explain and what to say and all that. But anyway, with that out of the way, if you guys enjoyed the video, you know, drop a like. If you guys want to correct me on something that I said here, please do. I'd like to be corrected because, like I said, I only have one original example, which is not unissued. It's been used and abused, so it's a little hard to compare with that. And if you want to be one of the first people to see my videos, you know, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And besides all that, you guys have a good day.